Good morning from Fire Wrench Garage. Phil Wrench here. Today we're working on a 2009 Hyundai Sonata, and this is going to be the next project on the list. So as you can see, it's got the traditional Hyundai paint issues all around the car. It's just peeling right off. Hood, top of the car. And then it's got its classic rust around the rear quarters. Passenger side, driver's side. This side's the worst. So the plan on this car is to fix the rust, fix the paint, and get it fully running. The rear brakes need to be replaced, including the calipers, so that's the first thing we're going to start with. So tell me what you think. Please comment. Let me know what you think. Is this car really worth fixing to this extent, or should I just let it go down the road the way it is? And I'm hoping to get a little bit more money out of it once it's fixed up and looking better. But let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is pull off the rear wheels. I'm going to start on the brakes first, and then I'm going to leave those rear wheels off so I can repair the rust around the outside. So let's get the jack. Find a good jack spot on this car. Another jack, we'll do it on the other side. This side's really bad. A lot worse than I thought. Alright, car's all jacked up. Now we'll take those wheels off. The rear lugs on these take a 13/16. One of the common, you won't about wimp. One of the things I've noticed on working on this car over the years, as you can see, it gets all the dust and gravel stuck in behind the wheel, and then it starts jumping around out of balance. Inside of the wheel is even worse. You can see down on the floor all the dirt that just came out of there. Looks like our shroud is starting to rust away too, so that's good. Alright, go ahead and gonna go to the other side, get that wheel off and take a look. Alright, both wheels are off. Now I'm going to start removing the calipers on both sides. I've got brand new ones for those. I think they're pretty well shot. These cars are, in my personal opinion, kind of throwaway cars. This car has about 175, 180,000 miles. And living in Minnesota, you can see that stuff is pretty bad, you know. The salt just eats them away. So I'm going to grab a socket and we'll get those pulled off. Alright, the caliper bolts. There's two, one here, one on the bottom, 9/16. Surprisingly, those actually came out nice. And just as I expected, those are completely froze. Brake pads are falling apart, completely shot. Grab a screwdriver and pop those pads out. And they are completely gone. I think they're probably right down. Yeah, pretty much right down to nothing. So I've got brand new pads to go with the calipers. Yeah, and those are completely down to the rivets. There's nothing left of that one. And the rotor is very well grooved. So that's definitely something that needs to get replaced. And hopefully I ordered those. Now I'll go ahead and do the other side and then we'll come back on this side. So the passenger side was much better. You can see these are the pads from that side. They're wearing normally. On the driver's side, this one's down to the metal. And that one's got a little left, but it's pretty much shot. And that's because this caliper is seized and needs to be replaced. Alright, next is pulling those calipers off and getting them replaced. I believe half-inch bolt. So I'll grab a socket and get those taken off. Alright, so these are the calipers. It's nice they even came with the brackets. Most of the time when you just order a caliper, you just get the caliper and no brackets. And then it comes, of course, with the hardware and new bolts and everything. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead and get that pulled off of there, get it switched out. I'll have to wait until my wife gets done with work so that she can help me bleed these. But I'm going to get those brackets off because I didn't think that these came with it. And since they do, so I'm going to pull off the brackets and then I can put everything brand new back on. And then I got to find the pads and the rotors that I bought for this car. Alright, the socket needed for this is a 9/16. Probably can't see it on there. And there. Well, it was 9/16 on one side. We'll see what it is on this side. It's probably a 5/8. It's kind of weird why it's different on one side than the other. When I was pulling the caliper off the other side, those were actually 1/2" bolts instead of 9/16. So. Alright, driver's side. So the passenger side was 9/16, or was 11/16, and the driver's side, which is interesting, is a 9/16. At least on this car. I don't know if somebody's messed with it. I had never messed with any of the caliper stuff on this one. I'm really surprised these bolts are coming out as nice as they are. Here those are. That bracket comes right off. Alright, next I suppose is to get these calipers loose. I gotta grab some looby-dooby and a Phillips and get those off. Well, things escalated. I wasn't able to get the retaining screw out of here. It was completely seized in there even after soaking it down. So it got drilled out. And that's just how it's going to be. We'll just have to deal with the consequences after that, I guess. And of course these are seized on too, so. Oh boy. We got a mess. We got a real mess. Now the parking brake is completely shot, and that needs to be replaced. That's completely perished. Well, I think that's going to end it for the day because I'm going to have to order these parts. Hopefully my local place has some. If not, I'll have to wait for an order. But as soon as I get those back, we'll go ahead and start on this project again.